Alright, what's going on, guys? Try back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing my trailer analysis or breakdown for the first official trailer of X-Men Days of Future Past. Alright, and if you guys have not seen the trailer yet, don't waste any time. Click the link in the description. Check this thing out. Come on back and watch the review afterwards. So, this one for me, hairs standing on ends. I don't know if you can see, but they are. They really, really are. After seeing this, man, this is just a mind-blowing trailer for people that like the X-Men. Me personally, grew up on X-Men, X-Men the animated series, and I would say overall my favorite superhero team, or in my opinion, the best superhero team, most interesting superhero team, is the X-Men. They were created as a team, and seeing their evolution over the years, even in the comic books, for all the different characters in the X-Men, even Cyclops, and you've got the time travel, you've got in this one the Sentinels and everything. It just mind blowing. Now, here's the thing about X-Men. We've never really had a movie, I personally feel like, that does X-Men justice. We haven't really had one that's epic enough, in my opinion, for the X-Men. A few of them have gotten close. X2 was pretty incredible, but it was kind of low key. Like the action sequences and stuff, we never really got to see anything like what this trailer is showing us, where rather than just having Iceman freeze a few things, maybe create an ice wall to stop Stryker from finding Wolverine and different things like this, in this trailer you have Iceman ice sliding. You've got Pyro, and he's lighting like things on fire, like I don't mean just like sparks, like I mean like everywhere. You've got Magneto with a new costume that I think is just awesome. Looks even better than the old one. Incredible. Wolverine's new costume, I like it a lot. It's very tactical. Reminds me of the X-Force. I wish they give him the headgear, with the ears and the whole bit. But unfortunately, they haven't pulled the trigger on that yet. Here's hoping for X-Men Apocalypse that they'll do that. But the look of this one, the world they've created for the Sentinel mutant versus human versus mutant enslaved future. It's just incredible. It's something like, reminds me sort of I want to say Terminator 2, Judgment Day, where you sort of see the future of the machines and what's happening there, but like in modern day with modern day CG in X-Men, getting to see that. And then we kind of hear about the storyline that they're going to be sending Wolverine back, and they're going to need, I really like how they're doing this. They're sort of taking both the first generation of the X-Men movies and the first class, and they're not ignoring either one. They're somehow, and also Wolverine movies, and they're somehow merging them together because of the time shift. So you have, Patrick Stewart, who plays Professor X, of course, in the earlier X-Men movies, and then you had the actor, I forget his name, who plays Professor X, the younger version, in First Class. Same with Magneto, the actor who plays him, before Ian McKellen, and then the newer one, I forget his name at the moment. But you guys hear what I'm saying, and man, it just looks incredible. The CG, the Sentinels, you got the Sentinel that comes up behind Storm as she's kind of floating there, and it comes up and turns its hand into like this big like dagger type thing. One of their faces opens up and shoots this. It kind of looks like shoots a huge beam of like fire light type thing. Kind of reminds me of Destroyer in Thor, the first Thor. If you guys remember the face opening up. Man, this thing I'm totally geeking out after watching this trailer. This thing looks absolutely incredible. So, no longer any confusion for me in terms of my most anticipated movie for 2014. It's got to be X-Men, man. This movie just looks incredible. In addition to that, of course, we have Peter Dinklage, who's playing Bolivar Trask. He's going to be in there too as well. One of my favorite actors, of course, from Game of Thrones. Fantastic actor, absolutely amazing, goes without saying. So excited to see him, and just all around the look of it, the visuals, the CG, the scale. it looks like a bigger scale. I think what the biggest thing about it is that the Avengers has been released now. You know, they got to see sort of Fox, who's doing the X-Men movies, kind of got to see what Marvel did with that, how they had, you know, the huge budget and they had the huge CG environments and big battles and stuff like that. And it's like they decide, hey, you know what? We should be doing that with X-Men. And I absolutely agree. You should be doing that with X-Men. You should have, you know, huge Sentinel battles and crazy. I mean, X-Men in that way, they're the same as the Avengers. You can do stuff like that with them. You know, I mean, like you see with the ice sliding with Iceman. And, you know, I mean, their powers and everything, how they work together, their teamwork. Storm and everything. These are big action, big scene type powers. You know, they're not little things like, for example, when they used to not want Storm to actually fly. There was a point in X-Men, the earlier X-Men movies, when they wouldn't let Halle Berry's Storm fly. Period. Like she's not going to be able to do it. It wasn't until I believe the third one with Brett Ratner as the director who's like, oh yeah, we should get her to fly. We should do that. Yeah, you know, it's like, and now compared to what we're going to be seeing here, man, it just looks awesome. So yet again, we're going to be seeing, of course, the whole Professor X Magneto, you know, thing where they kind of hate each other, but they kind of need each other, so they're going to have to team up. Wolverine's thrown in there. The only thing I would have to say that's missing from this one, the only thing I would like to see is the return of Cyclops. And I don't know if we're going to see that in this one. I'm from what I've heard online, what I've read, we're not going to see Cyclops return, which is a damn shame. He's probably the most mishandled character in all of the X-Men movie universe, because he's such. If you read the current X-Men comic books, Cyclops has become one of the coolest characters in all the Marvel universe. It's a shame that they haven't done something with him in the movies aside from just basically off-screen kill him off. Like, we don't even know if he's dead or not. You know, if you don't see it, then you don't see a body, then it didn't happen, right? And even in comic books, they revamp and bring characters back, and, you know, somehow Professor X is in this. You know, I mean, so what are they doing? Are they just pretending like X3 didn't happen? You know, like what exactly are they? I guess we'll have to find out. But I've kind of done some videos on that with theories. If you want to hear more thoughts on my X-Men videos, just type in the search of my channel. You'll find some of the videos and hear more of my speculation. But I don't want to go on for too long, but I will say this, and that is that I believe this one, just based on the trailer from what we've seen so far, I think this is going to be the best X-Men movie yet. And, you know, I couldn't be more excited for this. And then even after this, couldn't be more excited for Apocalypse, which they're going to be doing after. Oh, man, the inner X-Men fanboy is just ready to explode. So awesome. Let me know what you guys think. What are you most looking forward to from the trailer? You checked it out. What do you see that you're most looking forward to? And, you know, I mean, what do you think? What do you think about X-Men? What do you think about comparing the X-Men movie universe to the Avengers movie universe? And what do you think about this whole increase in terms of scale, increase in CG, and sort of really bringing the X-Men to a bigger spectacle in terms of the movie? I couldn't be more excited for it. This is how X-Men should have been done in the beginning. Big. Go big. Go home. I'm already home. So I'll call it here. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you in the next one. This is Travis. Oh, and subscribe if you haven't. Later, peace.